Do, do, do. Hmm. Pretty sure this is 9. Things look like they're growing, correct? Alright, 725. What do we have to do? Maximum row. Giant ice spare fridge in Dunes commercial area. Need a ton. We need a wash jacket. We can probably do that to Merlin Rags. From the bookstore, her husband's. We think he's at the market. Alright, not that way. Where's the market? We are at the fisherman shacks. Market goes down that way. Alright. So we have 2 hours until we have to do that. We need to get the 2 signatures. Let's ask her out first and then... Yeah.
Hi, the sea's gonna calm down soon. I can feel it. The wind is turning southeast.
Suggestion's so low. Where is suggestion? Bonus from thoughts. So we have we need to get a 12 to win. Alright, I guess we'll just get the signature.
Are you? This says by signing, I agree to living with construction noise. What exactly is the Union building?
Planning to turn Cylinder Village into a youth center.
Nice idea. Wouldn't have thought that.
Here, use my pen.
It has a pen and everything.
A doubtful look in her and clicks to place.
Here you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That was weird. Let's get the other lady.
The old woman still hums her unknown song. She opens her eyes to acknowledge your presence.
I got this jacket. Can you wash it for me?
I can wash it for you. It's going to take about a half an hour. Think you can stay put for that long?
Yeah.
No, we must run around ceaselessly. It would be torture to stay put.
I could use a breather. It's been another track and field day.
Yeah, I'll wait.
Well, hand it over then, and I'll see what I can do. Must say, I'm proud of this one. It's pretty nice underneath all that filth. I hope you take better care of it than its last owner.
I got the signature.
Lillian should let her sword make her decisions. The girl just doesn't have the head for it. Either way, I won't sign.
So, what do you have against the Union?
I've seen it all before. You think they've got our interests at heart? Rich men are always selling poor men promises they never plan to keep. Then the poor get pushed out of their homes and the rich get a little richer. That's the way it goes. So, no, I don't trust the fat man, and neither should you.
She is headstrong, but there's a slight hesitation in there. You may be able to convince her.
Not much. There's the abandoned church, the DeLorean Church of Humanity. It's been there since before my time, even.
Why is it abandoned?
Some things just don't fly, officer. Look around. Who'd go to church here? They built it 300 years ago. Must have been nicer then.
So, they don't hold services there anymore? The Ecclesiastes?
No,
That's a
we've
word.
tried, but things just keep happening. Crime, accidents, other things. The place never stays open. It's a pity. It used to be
Else is on the
such a nice church. Before you get to the church, there's some ruins, an
Ruins.
apartment complex, or some kind of electrical plant. Run-down bunch of houses, empty.
Apartments are electrical.
I don't know exactly. A pre-war place. It used to be something. Before the war. I wasn't here then, you know. Was born in Samara.
Anything else?
Of note, the old fish market up on the boardwalk. But it's closed. No
makes me
one.
far.
That's why it's closed. It was once a bustling place, back when I was young, and so was everyone else. Now, what catch we do bring in goes straight into a lorry for the Delta or somewhere else.
There's gotta be more along the
What?
coast.
You're one of those real estate people with big plans? If you want a development opportunity, you can check out the abandoned building over at Land's End. Used to be a supply depot, we think, sending goods and ammo across the bay. It's jammed shut though. We tried to get in, see if there was anything to sell or scavenge, but it's impossible. And now you know everything there is to know about this coast.
Your name is ridiculous. You got a cool new shirt. The Montenay waterfront. Let's go pay for rent.
Hey, was there something you needed?
Well, well. Bringing him that new bird sure made a difference in his attitude.
Alright, let's talk to these guys. Oh,
It's great to see you again, officer. My wife can't wait to thank you. Go on, talk to her.
that's nice.
Oh, sweetie, I don't even know how to thank you for finding my husband and helping him out. I hope we haven't been too much trouble for you.
Doing my job. On my way while I was working on it. I'm basically also a
I knew
Kutazu.
it.
I'm not surprised. It's already getting out of hand.
Well, in that case, sweetie, let me give you a small token of my gratitude.
Gee.
It's a tie, Mexican origin. The pin is an antique, quite special to the
Ooh.
cryptozoological community.
The little silvery knob holding the tie together feels warm in your hand. It's in the shape of an avian skull with 8 eyes.
Alright, roll the
There's
die.
really no point in manipulating anyone. She'd be only too pleased to tell you about her work. Go on and ask.
Hey, Lelia, I'd like to ask about some of the cryptids you studied. Could you tell me about like,
Oh,
all of them?
I'd be delighted. Truth be told, I could really use the company too.
One cryptid, not a couple. One. This won't turn into some kind of cryptid extravaganza.
Cryptid extravaganza. I like the sound
And
of that.
I don't. Just one.
Are there any invisible
What an
cryptids?
interesting question. And the answer is yes, there are.
Oh my gosh.
Of course. All fairy tales have someone or something invisible in them.
She's gonna tell me about the invisible cryptid.
It's
What
the
is it?
Col de Mama d'Aqua. Its name means thin whisper of sound, and that's precisely what it is. Self-replicating sound waves, invisible and intangible. The Col de Mama is very afraid of us, which makes it incredibly difficult to track.
What does it sound like?
Like nothing, it's such a high-pitched sound that us humans can't hear it, nor can other animals. It could be ringing right outside your window and you wouldn't even know it. Could be anywhere. Everywhere, even.
Fine, I'll bite. How can an animal be a sound?
Many scientists have asked the same question. Some have claimed that it isn't itself a sound, but a tiny corpuscle
What's a
that emits
corpuscle?
sound waves. But there's no evidence to support this theory.
Could it be here?
It could be. As I said, it could be everywhere. And we wouldn't know any better. It could be ringing all the days of our lives and nights.
Maybe it's predatory.
Well, if it's predatory.
It's not. Don't worry. If it were predatory, we would have found it by the damage it inflicts.
I wouldn't be so sure. What if the damage is also invisible?
What evidence is there of this animal being a sound?
Plenty. It's the evidence that led to its discovery. In the 20s, a group of Areopagite ornithologists, that is, scientists who study birds, were trying out a new recording technology for capturing sounds outside the range of human hearing. When playing back recordings they had made in the foothills of the Ea mountain range, they noticed certain anomalies, patterns that seemed random at first, but on closer examination were consistent with the
songbirds.
waveforms of songbirds. The scientists soon discovered they could track and even predict what appeared to be feeding, mating, and migration patterns based on sound waves in a strictly delimited range of ultrasonic frequencies, even higher than those of the highest pitched bat calls. They realized that they had discovered a new species and called it the Col de Mama d'Aqua, after the Paracanassian name for the voice of God, which is said to be very silent.
Wow.
They grew quite obsessed with these little birds. Even though they couldn't see them, they could distinguish among individual birds and even began to name some of them.
Name them?
Sequester, Time, Joscan. Those are but some of the Mama d'Aqua they followed individually.
Why is the Mama d'Aqua so afraid of us?
That is a sad story. A group of university students assisting with the field work in their enthusiasm for the project, and no doubt because they were preoccupied with impressing their professors, nearly drove it to extinction.
How?
They tried to communicate with it and had no other means but sound. So they started sending out sound waves at frequencies they thought might match the Mama d'Aqua's. And what happens
Messy.
when a sound wave meets another sound wave of the same frequency, dear? No, dear. They cancel each other out. And these tests were performed so recklessly that when they happened upon the right frequency, well, they wiped out most of the population.
Messy dog bark. What the most... These tests are performed so reckless. Oh.
After that, the corpuscle appears to have migrated elsewhere. There have been recordings of anomalies similar to those spotted in Ea, but they've been few and far between. It's impossible to confirm the presence of any stable Col de Mama d'Aqua population anywhere.
Of course. A common thread in these. Disappearance and unfalsifiability. I like the story, though, ma'am.
Oh.
I'm glad you did, dear.
Interesting.
What about what?
This has been an education now when you discuss something else.
Of course, dear.
You're telling me you've
you
seen
don't
it.
want to hear about some old woman's ramblings.
Ramblings? Nonsense. Your description of the phasmid is the most precise I've ever heard.
Oh, the Australians.
But darling, I didn't even get the size of it right.
You were a child, my dear. Really. It's extraordinary what you were able to describe. Now go on. Tell our friend about it. He's proven his interest in the field.
Reflexively, the lieutenant read his familiar notebook.
Well,
Ooh.
it was summer.
Hello,
I
Bobby.
was building a racing track out of sand on the beach near a tall stand of reeds.
Haven't seen
Quite
you in a
tall
while.
one. Many times my height, I remember. When all of a sudden,
Wait. Summer, I was building a racing track out of sand on the beach. Let's see, but oh well. Go to sleep. You got class. Or tall and many times I hear. What was there? Where was this and how old were you?
I'm getting ahead of myself. I was 5.5 in Betancourt in the suburbs. My grandmother had a
I'm doing
summer home
fine.
there.
Playing Disco Elysium. I found out I'm a smart cop and also a cryptozoologist now.
The strangest moment of my life. I looked up and one
No,
of
no,
the
no, no, no.
reeds moved. Not like a plant, but like a living thing. It stood up and looked at me. Its body unfolded like some antique toy.
Wouldn't be here if I
I'd
had
never
class.
seen anything
Ah,
like it.
She had no fear.
no class means
Just
all good.
surprise.
I didn't know this can happen, so I reached my
Ooh,
arm
2
and
weeks.
touched the thing. It felt just like a stalk of
That's a
reed,
good
but
time.
it moved, swaying, towering above me. After a while, 20 seconds, a minute maybe,
Maybe we can get
left.
Logan to play
Went
Celeste
into
for
the
us then.
reeds.
2 days ago? What happened?
I tried, but I was only a child. There was mud and high water. I couldn't see it anymore. I was just standing there, knee-deep in mud, looking around me.
Then what?
I ran back home to my grandmother and asked her if reeds could walk, and told her they were looking at me. Of course, she just laughed at me, but I knew what I'd seen. For
Oh,
years,
no.
it was a story I told at parties when I wanted to impress boys. That sort of thing. Of course, most people just took it as a strange, amusing anecdote. So did I, honestly. But then I met Morel.
I've never seen quicksand. How quick was the sand? Far into the desert. What? Good times. Wow, you had a lot more going on than I did.
We were on a date. Can you imagine? She tells me a story, and it's the most detailed report of the Insulindian phasmid I've ever heard. The sounds. She told me it hissed.
We got an Australian in the
It
story.
did, yes. Like reeds in a gust of wind.
The way it moved, the colour, how some of its limbs were white, like marble. It matched perfectly with what I know from other accounts. It was amazing. If it weren't for Lena, I might have given up hope years ago. It's no exaggeration to say that she restored my faith in my profession.
Ken, what do you think of
I thought
this?
it was a wonderful story, man.
He closes his notes and gives her a simple
But I
smile.
don't believe it. A child left unattended on a warm day. Children make up stories and then end up believing them.
You're on a date?
Our first, yes.
The limbs are
Not
white.
all of them. There is some white coloration reported, along with beige, where the camouflage ends.
So we were camping one night when we were alone. Our campsite car pulls up and starts looking at. We've been told about stories so people in the middle of the night. And so we tried to go talk to the car. Yeah. And he left. Oh, he was doing some Morse code with his horn. Yeah, well, that's the risk you take when you go camping. You got bears, crazy people. Yeah. Was it worth it though? How big was it?
It's hard to say how big things are when you're quite small yourself. To me, it seemed to be taller than I was then, but that's probably not the case.
Thank you for
You're
sharing.
welcome, sweetie. I do appreciate the chance to relive it whenever I get one. It was just
Do a backflip. Woo.
such an impossibly sunshiny day. So warm.
100% backflip right there.
Hey, was there something you needed? Got the 20 real? Good. You got the room for the night, but remember, you'll need another 20 real.
We go about once a month. Yeah. Oh, snappers. Is that the one and only Callie Dooley? Callie Dooley, get in here.
Hey, Dwayne.
Logan, Callie Dooley's in chat.
Oh my god, it is. Hi, Kaylee. What are you doing here?
Logan, do your homework.
I don't wanna.
I gotta walk my dog so he can take a poo. Uh.
What?
What? Yeah, huh? Logan, stream Celeste.
Stream Celeste? I am, unfortunately... I started feeling not good today.
Did you eat some
Wait.
poo?
No.
Oh,
But I might be getting a little sick, which I'm very unhappy about.
what am I doing?
Hi, Kaylee. Thanks for stopping by.
Have fun. About the day after, it was more like quick rocks to the sand. Like, oh, did you do a loop-de-loop? Did you do a backflip in your car? What am I trying to do right now? The last shot was in your team. We're on the wrong. Accidentally took a 2-hour black trail.
Ha ha! Nothing like the gratitude of a good woman. Now then, what can I do for you?
He gives you a rough pat on the shoulder.
He tries to play it cool, remain professorial, but inside, this man is itching for some news on those traps.
And there's some big stairs and also the quick rock river. Alright, you lost
Good.
me.
Okay. And?
All of them were empty.
Completely empty?
Surprise, tempered with fear and trepidation. He doesn't know what to think yet.
There are nothing
Maybe
shut.
you're joking?
No locusts?
You.
No phasmid either?
That sounds like fun. Actually sounds like Fallen.
That's not ideal, but...
It just means the Insulindian phasmid is even more clever than we thought.
Of course, more clever.
Yes.
Oh, Kim.
Phantasmadeia picked off the locust and escaped. This is good news.
You don't have your
We'll have to
license yet.
reconsider the design of the traps. Make them more secure.
Well, if Just make sure someone else is in the car so that you can trade places when the cops come. So we'll have to reinsert the design to try to make it more secure.
Another trip to the Reeds.
Aw, poor Gary.
Of course. Be sarcastic. Unless you have an alternative hypothesis you'd like to venture. Mine stands, okay? Actually, no. Excuse me for getting emotional. This is a big deal for us. You've helped us twice now, and brought some great news too. My gratitude, and the gratitude of the Société Cryptozoologique de Ravachol, is yours.
Driving in the desert is a good place to practice, as long as you don't hit the rocks, people, or quicksand.
Heartfelt gratitude. But does it feel like closure? What really happened?
Thank you, it's an honor. We should probably return to our main investigation here. This has been
No
refreshing,
people?
but
Oh yeah, they're all in the quicksand hiding.
Helping cryptozoologists isn't really a priority for our organization, is it? The lieutenant looks out the window, impatiently.
You gotta watch out for the quicksand, not because it's quicksand, but because you might hit the people inside the quicksand. Develop an alternate theory about the missing locust.
Consider the way the empty trap was disturbed, as though shaken. Most likely the hands of a young person, hands small enough to fit inside the trap, too. You should ask the red-headed boy, Kuno.
I think a little hooligan called Kuno may have stolen the locust. That's not where I thought I was gonna go with this. Car time, especially on ramps.
A little hooligan. But what would a child want with bags?
Bags.
Oh, my dear Morel, you've been an old man for too long. Kids love to torment insects almost
Hard to
as
start
much
the
as they
car.
love to torment old folks.
I'll talk to the little gremlin, see if anything comes up.
delinquents, my favorite.
It doesn't sound like it really is his favorite.
Oh, you've been such a dear
Anyways.
to us. Please, let us know whatever you turn up. I have a feeling we're getting so close.
Well, I see you've got all the help you need. I'll see you tonight at my place. Let's play suzerainty, but no more field trips for me.
After this is your last chance to talk to Gary.
Really, Gary? We're getting somewhere here. I'd love to play suzerainty, but
I'm doing fine. Logan's apparently dying.
Yeah, I've been better.
Lena, I'm sorry, but
Literally
you're not
just started
getting
today. Started
anywhere.
feeling
It was some
kind of sick.
kids. I know the little mutants around here. Leave anything out in the open and they'll steal it, even if it's bugs.
He looks at his teeth.
Morale, it's been fun, really. But I need a bath, and I have deliveries.
I
to
stopped
make.
telling Logan
When
to
this
not
tea is
die.
done, I gotta run.
Damn it, I did forget.
Logan, don't die.
Alright, thanks, Dwayne.
No.
Alright,
No
it's gonna
need
take
to
some
apologise,
recovery,
Gary.
but we can get back.
You'd be more than helpful. We'll have to take a rain check on that game of suzerainty today, though. We're gonna follow this through.
He keeps the language unemotional, but it's in there. Disappointment.
Did you know Gary was hiding the
Hell
armor?
no. I had no idea. I was still cross with him, to be honest. It's not like him. He's got his quirks, but
I almost also
dishonesty,
died twice.
disloyalty are not one of them.
Oh, you were almost kidnapped. And then the quicksand part was probably problematic. But
I
all
don't
those
know
people.
what got into him, officer. Thank you for letting him off easy. He won't forget it. We'll make sure he won't.
Oh wow, you were sick. Oh no.
Always a
Oh,
pleasure
really?
to see an
Damn.
officer of the law.
Alright, don't die.
I mean, officers.
I think that's everything I need to know about him. So I mean, shown doing. What am I doing? I forgot what I was doing. Ask Kuno about the entry trap and take a look around the yard. Find out the real reason why the trap was there. Little kids might know. She's still up there and I have no idea how to get there. Alright, Kuno. Have fun, don't die.
Hey, Bobby.
Kuno's like
Don't
Kuno's
die.
dad. Kuno doesn't give a fuck about
Alright, it's
anything.
Kuno. You wouldn't happen to know anything about any local missing
No,
locusts.
Kuno doesn't give a fuck about
Oh
bugs.
yeah.
Oh, hey, Buttspot happened.
Oh no. And Epic's not here for
I
it.
told you that
Yep.
shit is lame.
Yeah, another viewer asked us to add him.
He insisted with impunity. Is that what that means?
Maybe?
No, it's not. He was not punished for it.
Shut up, see.
Oh, yeah.
Now they're gonna take you to
Maybe I
lame
hit request.
prison.
Request has been accepted. What's this about? Wait, so what did Kuno... One scenes I told you that lane, now you're gonna take it all lane. What's this
You know
about?
everything, Kuno. You need to lawyer up.
Kuno's not gonna say anything without his lawyer present.
There's definitely something going on here. Remember his pig's head shack?
Oh?
You should check it out.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
What? Wait, what is Kuno actually doing? What? It's crawling a locust. Why are there locusts in here?
The hisses and chirps of locusts fill the musky air. The earthen floor of the shack has been shaped into mounds of mud, dotted with little holes for windows. Like skyscrapers, spires of dirt and sand rising. Accommodations for their
What?
insectoid inhabitants.
Well, detective, it appears you've solved the case.
The lieutenant looks around, writes something in his notebook, and turns to
Of the
you.
locusts. For the missing locust case, which is a sub-case of the imaginary insect case. So at least that's going well.
Yes, precisely what I was thinking.
Yes. I feel we are nearing a real breakthrough.
You think Ancient Indian Phasmid is nearby?
If anything, the presence of the locust points to the opposite. The phasmid did not take the bait from the traps. It was Kuno. The phasmid doesn't exist. But what do I know?
We should talk to Kuno about this getting to stop.
I'll let you handle the Kuno side of things. You are doing just fine.
I like Sassy Kim.
Yeah, I know.
Kuno's like Kuno's dad. Kuno doesn't give a fuck about anything.
I know you took the locust from the traps the cryptozoologist set up.
Yeah. Kuno took the bugs. So what?
You say you don't care, and you go and build a whole bug town?
It's not Bugtown. It's the city of locusts. Locusts aren't just bug shit. They come out of the sky like a fucking shadow. Shit descends.
Stop!
Then buries her face in her hands.
You stop. It's like their fucking night. Locust City, Night City, City of Rage.
There's a tug of war over the name of his fantastical city. It's almost too big for his imagination. The girl
What is going
forces
on?
herself to watch again. The corners of her eyes
no idea what's
twitching
going on whenever
from
this kid talks.
discomfort. The lameness is causing her physical
The lameness is causing her
The
physical
damage
pain.
may be
The damage may be permanent. City of Rage sounds like a cool place.
Kuno, the pig wants to help you. That's how lame it is. Please just don't say you're...
An artist. Maybe I am an artist. You hear that, everyone? I'm a fucking artist now.
As a warning calling something of an artist myself.
Oh my god, Kuno! It's gonna make you totally lame in, like, 3 seconds. Don't let
you see, Kuno can be what Kuno wants to be. Kuno's his own man. Kuno's free.
Dude tears at the bottom of his shirt trying to rip them open. They don't give
Kuno
away.
made himself into Kuno. Kuno can make himself into anything. Kuno can make himself into a pig if he wants. Kuno can make himself into a... Kuno doesn't give a shit.
Don't make yourself into a pig, Kuno. You'll have to take me away.
I'll live in science fills yard. That depends on the choices you make, young girl. I promise I won't do that.
I don't believe you.
Entirely behind the fence.
For once, the boy is lost for words. He turns completely red now, with splotches of white beginning to appear across his face.
What does the city of Locust mean?
It don't mean anything. It's shit. Kuno just likes to focus. Kuno likes to concentrate on shit. Build shit when he's zipping hard. Fuck.
He turns his burned face up to the fallen rain.
Pig, you really shouldn't have fucked with Kuno City. Now it's all fucking lame.
I need you to stop taking locusts from traps. There are people trying to find something very important. Those locusts are bait.
I don't give a shit. I don't need the locusts anyway. Shit is all lame now. She was right.
The girl's face appears again, above the fence, just long enough to make eye contact with Kuno.
What's gonna happen to the locust now?
Kuno's gonna let the fucking locusts die.
Okay, no, that's better be
The
off.
fuck are they trying to catch anyway? With the traps?
Insulindian phasmid. He mutters to himself.
Fuck out of here. Kuno's tired of this shit.
He's not entirely convinced of himself.
As you leave, you notice his usual rooster-like swaying posture has changed. Slowed down, like clockwork unwinding.
Oh. So, how did he get the locust? Because... just the game. They actually were stolen instead of you.
Hello, officer. I think I almost have it. A new trap design, that is. I know you're skeptical, but I have a good feeling about this.
He promises to stop stealing the
So
locust.
it was just a child.
He purses his lips, crestfallen.
Thank you for telling us, sweetie.
Ooh, 30 XP.
This is good news, right? It means we can try again.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
We just need to restock the empty trap. Then we'll need to inspect the traps one more time. And then maybe we can.
Oh no.
He has a 38-degree fever. His resilience has given way.
He has a fever.
I told you to take it easy. You're getting sick. Maybe it's time to go home.
You're right, you're right. We can come back next season when it's warmer.
Feeling this is costing me time. It's not worth risking your health. You should call it a day. Should I? He's like, let's do this.
We are getting really carried away with this, aren't we? Fine. It's better
Oh,
than
no.
having these people get pneumonia on the coast. But
Yeah.
after this,
Really? It's too much, officer.
New task: find the Insulindian phasmid.
What Morel means is we're grateful for your help.
She nods to her husband.
Here's a fresh batch of locusts.
Oh my god, she's just answering
Right down
locusts.
the funnel. And thank you again.
Oh god.
We will definitely mention you, should this lead
The
to a
noise.
discovery. I'm not talking co-discovery, of course, but
Wow.
Co-discovery.
You'd be famous. You'd show them all. This does tingle the pleasure center.
I just have a box of locusts with several rows of little holes in the lid. Though at first glance, the box seems perfectly ordinary. On closer inspection, it's obvious that it has been prepared with great care. You volunteer to reselect the enemy trap for the... This could, after some mess around prior, lead to discovery. Alright, we need to wait 15 minutes. How How much XP do I have? 15 away. Oh wait, we got the thing as well. Where's the task? Interact. Whoa, we still haven't gotten the signature. That's right. So let's get this. Lady, give me the signature.
Policeman, what can our village do for you?
What's in the
Just
fishing?
us. It's barely a village anymore. We almost don't exist.
What do you mean?
This is pretty much a non-place. A gap, a blank spot on the map, just a cluster of nameless shacks on a nameless street.
The place is so pornographically poor, it's not even funny.
This place is pornographically poor.
The lack of wealth is the one thing
Messy.
we've got in abundance.
Messy.
People have food, and he wants it.
It's a cold,
Yeah, that makes
cynical
sense.
smile.
Riddles fits with the general ambiance here.
General ambiance.
Sometimes it's as though I'm also gotten lost inside this nameless nothing.
I mean, I'm lost too.
It seems to be a common theme these days.
I think it's a process of finding myself.
Isn't that what people always think when they are lost? Something I can do for you to find your way, officer?
Is there a way to make a little money around here?
Here? For you? No, officer. The only money we have here is some coins the drunks tried hiding from their women and then forgot about.
Who else lives in the village?
There's Lillian and her kids. A few new folks live in the house to the east, but they are away right now.
Oh.
And then there's the drunks. Not a pretty sight, but there's little we can do about it. Home is home, even for them.
I met Lillian and her kids.
Lillian is tough. Tougher than the men here, at least. If it wasn't for her and the kids, this place wouldn't have a spark of life left.
I think I also met the drunks.
I'm sure you did. Nature keeps them in rotation. A new face pops up every now and an old one disappears and is forgotten. This is who we are.
There's gotta be something
Over
here.
there, you can find more of the same. Shacks and trees growing wild. That's the pox.
Bucks.
Between here and Jamrock, a dusty sea of old trees, all covered in industrial soot. Small houses under them, an overgrown park.
What's the pox?
An old military hospital and its surroundings. Or it used to be, during the time of the suzerain.
The suzerain.
After the war, it was turned into a goodwill hospital for shell-shock veterans and folks looking for some quiet in the old sanatorium gardens. Now the area is crisscrossed with nameless streets and makeshift cinder block houses. Shacks as far as the eye can see. The
Welcome to the
goodwill
hospital.
ran out. The staff left and the place was shut down. It's long gone by now.
Alright.
She nods, rinsing another piece of cloth.
My suggestion's so low.
It's really in
Oh,
her
we
best
were
interest to
close.
listen to you. You know how the world works.
Dang.
If I didn't tell her my name, I would have gotten it. You must understand this place needs. This place needs a construction project.
I've heard that pitch before, plenty. Building this, building that, new jobs, new blood. Somehow the people here always end up holding the short end of the stick.
Look for opportunities. I gotta ask Everett to pay some money.
Were you dropped on the head as a kid? You can't live off a pittance for long. Do you know who takes the cream of these deals? Real estate developers, construction companies, restaurant owners, Claire's accountants in La Delta. Have some
My morale.
integrity. You're an officer of the law, not some fat slug's corrupt little crony.
It's okay. She's emotional right now. Keep at it.
Wear her out.
You know, there could be another way. You'll need to go someplace private and discreet, though. Your room in Whirling would do.
You know there could be another way. You'll need to go someplace private and discreet, though. Oh. Locked tight. You can't see into the house from this angle. Oh, we have the jacket. Good. How much better is this jacket? Pain threshold, half-light, -1 drama. That's a weird necklace thing. Alright. Got your jacket.
Tequila sunset.
Here's
My
your jacket. Yeah.
A look of consternation crosses the man's face. He looks at you, then at his bottle, then back at you.
What the fuck are you talking about, Tequila?
So you're saying this isn't your jacket?
Found? That's medium concept stuff, not my style at all. I can't believe I'm saying this, but maybe you should lay off the booze. It's fucking with your head.
It becomes abundantly clear to you how this man managed to lose his keys, business, friends, and girlfriend.
Oh.
I'm calling it. It's
Oh no.
You're a loss.
That shit is so medium concept, I wouldn't touch
Hello,
it
what
with
up?
a stick. But yeah, okay. I'm sure it looks great on you.
It's an okay jacket, if you are into that look. Okay, let's step aside for a second. I have something I want to talk about.
Oh.
I've been meaning to have a little chat with you about your sense of style.
Oh, Kim's giving me style advice, fashion advice. What about it?
I'm glad you finally started dressing a little more like an officer of the RCM. Keep it up.
Oh?
Your half-brother is proud to stand beside you.
So, why aren't you wearing a pig suit? Regular
The lieutenant
clothes.
regards you for a moment, unsure whether you're making a joke or not, and if so, whether he should acknowledge it.
Right, detective. You are one regular cop. You know the expression, the clothes make the man? The right outfit in the right situation can make all the difference in the world.
You're a sharp-dressed man. We could be style buddies.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves, detective.
A warm smile.
Anyway, we should probably get back to the case. Let's go.
Alright.
Oh yeah, by the way,
Yes.
Theo was telling me yesterday that sometimes he actually like sits in chat and watches like our Disco Elysium streams, and if we want to
What's
like
that?
hang out in
Could it be
the
the
bakery
Col de
instead of
Mama
ER,
Dakwa? No,
he
It's
wouldn't
probably
mind
just
like
your
sitting in on
imagination
stream.
roaring in your ear.
Not necessarily like talking all the time, but just to sit and chill while we're playing Disco Elysium. So if you want to move there.
We can move there.
Okay.
It's mostly in hopes of people, Callie Dooley or Colby and Adam showing up.
Yeah, but they're also all in the bakery, so that's their problem. They show up when we're in the bakery sometimes, so.
Yeah, but they're scared of people.
Yeah, well. Usually we're the only ones in live now anyway, so.
Alright, let's go.
Alright. We are here now.
Maybe the cold no mama, the that's probably just your imagination. Is there a ringing?
There seems to be an extremely high-pitched ring.
I'm going crazy, it looks like.
Lena said it was very high-pitched, right? It's like something tickles your ear.
Listen closely
There it is
first.
again. You're about to rediscover a long-lost species. It must be very close. Maybe, just maybe, it will come toward you. Keep still. It might perch on your shoulder. What are you doing? You're a police officer, not a pansy ornithologist. The only birds you should be looking for are healthy women of childbearing age.
Wait, Kim, do you hear a high-pitched noise?
I don't hear the Coldomama d'Aqua, and neither do you.
Of course he doesn't.
He's deaf. Oh, very soon. Hope the bird comes to perch on your shoulder.
Oh no. The sound. It's moving away. Somewhere over there. Go after it. No. Too late. It's gone. There is no ringing anymore. Just the sound of the streets.
Oh, come back, please.
Keep your ears peeled again. If the species really has migrated to Martinez, you're sure to hear it again.
Alright, 9 o'clock. Let's go talk to that guy. First, we gotta talk to the wall.
Ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
Alright, wall.
Yeah. Why? It's a wall. An ordinary wall.
Why must we stop to look at this wall every time we pass by? We have business to attend to.
It's a good looking wall. Alright, this has been like a couple streams in the make it. We're finally gonna talk to this guy. There he is! Missy.
He's really going on.
He really wants food.
I guess so.
He ate like an hour ago.
Gendarmerie, you found me.
No, it was an hour and a half ago. Young man on the balcony gives you a bright smile before taking another drag from a cig.
His slender figure is backlit by city lights, its distant streets and motorways flashing like diamonds. And his shirt is still unbuttoned.
Yes, the queen let us in.
Beautiful.
He replies, smiling as he looks at you, something sparkles in his
So tell
eyes.
me, are you here to make things right again?
That's what I'm aiming for. I'm not going to make things just right. I'm going to make them spectacular. A nearby straight line casts shadows on his chin, drawing out the slender
I have some good
cheekbones.
news for you. My Sunday friend is visiting me tonight. I told him about you and he'd like to say hello. Step in. He's already waiting.
I'm really digging the view here.
Mm-hmm. That's why I chose this place. Martinez is special, isn't it?
Wait. Suddenly you're digging things?
Oh, I want to meet your friend. Oh.
Trust me. You do.
I feel like this is going to end badly for me. Very well, though.
That's nice,
Very
but
possible.
I don't have anything to tell you. It's my friend you're looking for, not me.
He takes another drag of his unfiltered cigarette and looks around. It's getting dark and the neighboring windows have lit up one by one.
Besides, I've got to run.
Something tells you you're never going to talk to an individual this cool or mysterious ever again.
But I just found
Just
you
look at
again.
it. It's a beautiful night. Who's going to stay in on a night like this?
He's right. Only losers go to bed early. Time to break out the booze. A man on high heels stumbles out of a basement club. Music blasting over the entire district. It's chilly, and as the chemicals hit his nervous system, 1,000 shivers ripple through his body.
Only if you promise that we'll talk again.
Something flutters in the corner of the lieutenant's mouth as you're saying those words.
We'll talk. Just not tonight.
The smoker assures you, brushing his hand through his hair.
Take care, alright?
70 XP! Wow.
And he's gone again. Looks like it's becoming a theme for him.
There's something so different about him.
Different, of course.
Why is his shirt always
His
unbuttoned?
shirt.
His shirt.
His shirt.
His shirt.
His shirt. No, I don't know why his shirt is always unbuttoned.
His mouth tightens as though he's trying to hold something back.
He's barely holding it together. It's all he can do to keep from bursting out in laughter.
Come on, detective, let's go. We've got a potential witness to interview. His Sunday friend, remember?
He nods out the apartment door for you. Alright, we're going to put on some armor. We can level up again. We still can't do that. Wow. Alright. Who is this guy?
Officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia.
The man in business casual removes his cufflinks.
His hands are clean and well manicured. This is a man who knows the importance of appearances.
My name is Charles Vildrouin, and I am an official with the coalition government. I work for the Institute of Price Stabilité on assignment from Monsieur Laclé. I heard you talking to my friend outside. Very good. Super. I am here to assist you in any way possible. Ask me about the hanging.
You actually witnessed the lynching?
I'm sorry to say I did, officer.
This is just the break we've been looking for.
Easy, detective. No need to jump to conclusions.
You guys, a spectacled man near the window who smiles and he threatens them. This is because you did it?
Because I did it?
He's clearly not a man accustomed to being spoken to in that manner, let alone to being accused of murder.
You did it, didn't you?
What's the meaning of this? Is your colleague here trying to arrest me?
There is no meaning, sir. Please excuse my colleague. This case has been a great strain on his nerves.
Back off. Now. This man has diplomatic immunity. It serves no good to accuse him of a crime he didn't commit.
This man has diplomatic immunity. Ken's right.
Well, I can certainly understand that. That hanging was a surreal play. Everything since then has been too. I was on the balcony when it happened, getting some fresh air. I remember that first they came in, carrying what looked like a body. And then I saw all the surrounding windows go dead, one by one. That's when I understood I should not be seeing this.
Sounds like the victim was unconscious, or at least incapacitated. Interesting.
How many of them
I
were there?
couldn't tell you exactly. Less than 10. Maybe 8?
The lieutenant sends you a sharp look at the mention of that number.
Were any of them huge, like 200 kilograms?
That's a giant you're describing. No, they were all quite human, as far as I could tell. I went
Next.
back inside.
Yes, back inside. Keep yourself safe from the killing.
Were you able to see anything from inside?
Officer, the yard was pitch black. There was nothing to see, but I could still hear their voices. They were threatening to kill that poor man.
Were they men, women?
All men, I presume. But again, I couldn't see very clearly.
We think one's a woman.
But we are fairly certain the lady driver
Yeah.
was present.
Are you sure at least one of them was
It's
a woman?
possible, officer, but I cannot say with certainty. It was very dark, you must remember.
I should have asked that, but I am.
Those funny... Oh, officer. That kind of language is unbecoming of an officer of the RCM. I believe they were mostly white, though I believe I saw 2 Aeropagites among them. And I am quite certain that one spoke with a Mesk accent.
Next.
Well, that's the strangest part, officer. Nothing happened. It was oddly quiet for a public lynching.
What do you mean nothing happened? That lynched the guy.
Eventually, their shouts died down, and that was all. There were no gunshots, no celebratory shouts, no anything.
Why didn't you call the RCM?
You're right, of course. That is what one is supposed to do in such circumstances.
So
I was simply in shock.
He didn't call the RCM?
I'm afraid I don't have anything else to add.
About what time was all this happening, approximately?
All I can say is that it was late.
You didn't actually witness the hanging itself, did you?
No, I didn't see the corpse until the following day.
It seems this wasn't the break you were hoping for. I think we have everything we need. Thank you for talking to us, Mr. Villedroit.
Villedroit.
Of course. Anything I can do to assist the RCM.
What's your official like you doing in Martin?
The coalition is only looking out for the price stability. Inflation is a killer, like a heart disease blocking the normal circulation of the economy. It must be controlled. The economy impacts the entire international community, which is why it requires international oversight.
Okay, but what are you doing here?
Well, I'm renovating it. It is an interesting project. The building used to be a 12-story skyscraper before the cannons took the top 4 stories off. This, of course, happened when the coalition forces landed here. I could say I'm undoing some of the material damage the international community caused when we arrived here.
You're kind of a bureaucrat?
Yes, as I said before, I am a commissioner from Sur-la-Clé working for the Institute of Price Stability. This is one of the main projects of the Moral Inter.
What is this international
La
community?
Communauté Internationale is what Revacholians colloquially call the coalition. In other words, the nations that stopped the disaster of the revolution.
What is the price stability?
It is the most important thing.
That doesn't tell me anything.
It's the central goal of any sound monetary policy. Maintaining the price stability is essential to maintaining high levels of economic activity, which is essential for maintaining high levels of employment, which is essential for maintaining the social stability.
Basically, it makes sure the price of bread doesn't change.
Précisément. Too much inflation, bread becomes too expensive. Too much deflation, it becomes too cheap for bakers to produce. That's why the Institute of Price Stability...
We're learning about economics now. Below 2% of what?
Not too far below, no. Too below is also bad. Below, but close to 2%.
You're not answering my questions at all.
The coalition believes in the importance of informing the public about the benefits of the price stability. Transparency is one of our principles. Would you like an informational pamphlet?
Okay, sure.
A sound monetary policy is essential for addressing uncertainty. Stability is the raison d'être of the Moral Inter. It's the reason why I identify as a moralist. But oh, I don't have my leaflets on me today. That's too bad. You can always call our information line. Making information available is part of the Moral Intern's commitment to transparency.
I've heard about this moral before, but I want to know more.
It's the International Organization for Moralists, hence Moralist International. The Institute of Price Stability is just one of its many mind babies, as is the coalition.
Mind baby? So what I'm hearing is that we're actually working for the moral. That doesn't seem so bad.
There are more nefarious powers to work for than the Moral Intern.
Are you a moralist?
But of course.
But why?
Because moralists believe in a normal, stable world governed by democratic values.
Are you a moralist?
Me?
You've managed to catch the lieutenant off guard, but only for a moment. He quickly recomposes himself.
I'm a lieutenant of the RCM, dedicated to maintaining law and order in Ravachol.
A very moralist answer.
The lieutenant is practiced in the art of putting on a show for one's superiors.
But what's a normal, stable world?
The Occident is part of the normal world. Oranje, Sur-la-Clé...
Orne doesn't seem very normal or stable to me.
Martinez? No. Martinez is something else.
What about the rest of Revachol? Is it part of the normal world?
Revachol is generally difficult. It's led by an interim government, which means it hasn't yet achieved full democracy.
Full
But they are
democracy
working
yet
towards it.
achieved.
You're all doing very well here, relatively speaking.
I don't think I'm a moralist. More sounds incredibly poor. I want more action. Moralist is the idea of foreign occupiers. Revachol must be governed by Revacholian. Democracy means a sham as long as the working class is under the Buhio capital. It's like every time I'm talking to people, I'm choosing option D, none of the above. Is that moralism?
Is this option D usually the most reasonable answer?
Yes, everything else is super extreme. It's like I'm living with a bunch of lunatics. It's usually the most boring
Not
one.
boring, my friend. Responsible. Moralism is all about compromise and achieving the achievable. It's pragmatic, realistic, and level-headed. An ideology for doers. Are you a doer, my friend? It looks to me like you are. Now, enough of this delightful political interlude. Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
Sure,
What's there to
let
say?
you.
Sur-la-Clé is a modern, urbanized country that measures very high on the Human Development and Freedom Index. Mostly, though, it's known as the executive heart of EPIS. Moreover,
Epis.
it is a great sponsor of less emerged countries. Revachol is only one of its many darlings whose progress it supports and cherishes.
What makes Revachol Sherlock less darling?
Because a great percentage of Revachol's culture hails from Sur-la-Clé. Its language, its people, its cuisine even. Or at least in the downtown La Delta area.
Tell me about
Oranje is an exemplary nation who, as a core member of EPIS, contributes 28% of our annual budget. Next to Sur-la-Clé, Oranje is probably the most prominent member of the international community.
Okay, well, outside of it, what is
Oranje's
it?
economy is one of the most advanced in the world. It has successfully transitioned from heavy industry to advanced services and generally acts as an engine for sustainable change in the international
Can
community.
you just talk like a normal person, please?
About what?
About Orange. Tell me what it is like there.
It's very urban and very well organized. Their streets are clean, their horse cars run on time, the people are polite and efficient. Like I said, they are an example for less emerged nations to follow.
Let's talk about something
Whatever
else.
you wish.
Can you tell me about your friend?
Ah, my friend. My friend is a good young man. His family immigrated here from Kedra, and life has not been easy for him. But he understands the importance of education. He has taken his future into his own hands, and that's all that matters.
What's Kedra?
Kedra is a candidate member of APIS. But, between you and me, their potential membership is a more contentious issue.
Why?
That it's never going to happen. They entered negotiations in 21, and it's been pending ever since.
What's this EPIS thing you keep talking about?
EPIS is a very special program developed by the Moral Intern to support certain Occidental nations. It began as a unified system of weights and measures, which proved to be a wild success. Nothing but kilograms and centimeters as far as the eye can see. It was such a wild success that we expanded it into an economic union for the processing of steel. Another success. And between you and me, the Moral Intern feels emboldened by this success. Emboldened to take EPIS to the next level.
Okay, well, like, what does it stand for?
Why? It stands for progress and stability, like the Moral Intern.
What do the letters stand for?
It's been such a wild, extraordinary success thus far. We are very excited to take it to the next level.
You don't even hear the words insane, do you?
A supranational political alliance.
It's gonna be like this
United
place.
States of Occident. You mean Revachol? No, it's going to have transparent democracy.
Is Revachol gonna be part of EPS?
It's one day going to be a candidate member of EPIS, sure.
Didn't she say that candidate members have never become real members?
No, candidate members do become members. Why do we even have the whole system in place if they don't? It just takes time. Time and evaluation. But we were talking about my friend here, not politics.
How did you even become friends?
How did any of us become friends? Bad things happening on the insulin Isola? Oil platforms ablaze in the night? Civil wars lasting for years? Finally, the international community is forced to step in.
What are you talking about? No one becomes friends that way.
Au contraire, it's how millions of people end up where they are, meeting the people they meet. It's how I came here, and my
You
friend too.
still haven't told me who he is.
Sorry. Who?
Your friend, the smoker on the balcony. We were just talking about
But I
him.
told you, officer. He's a bright young man here to pursue his education. Education is the foundation of our future, especially the arts. It is a cornerstone of our
What's his
civilization.
name?
Officer, you have to understand. I can't give you his personal information. I'm sure you have your own methods and databases, right? Please don't put me in this situation.
So all you can tell me about him is that he's here to study
He's
the arts.
deeply enmeshed in the study of the fine arts, yes.
Which arts?
He's a truly free spirit. He likes all the arts. Perhaps graphic design, printmaking, who knows?
Okay, this guy's not
The
saying
world is
anything
open
anymore.
wide for a talented youth like him.
What are you doing in his apartment by
I'm
yourself?
just enjoying the view.
It's dark outside.
Listen,
He says, raising. What? I'm not hearing it.
the Insulindian Bay.
What
This
about it?
place used to be a luxury accommodation before the revolution. Apartments, of course, were much bigger then. A few walls have been added here and there, leaving some of the tenants without a private bathroom or a kitchen. But the million real view stays. You can't take that away.
Mirrored in dark glass. I was asking about your
My
friend.
friend comes and goes. I'm sure you'll see him around. He's a busy bee.
That's
I'm
that's
all
fine.
ears, officer.
That's all
A
I
moment,
need.
Officer, do you have everything you need from me? I'm afraid we won't have the chance to speak again once you leave.
Why can't we talk later?
It's against diplomatic best practices for an official in my position to be discussing murders with local militiamen.
I'm not
And
going
I'm
anywhere. I
pressed
just
for
want to
time.
take a look around this part.
After you leave, I should be leaving as well. Sure, go ahead. It's a beautiful space.
Bunch of paint on a layer of old newspapers. Telling all about an expensive canopy bed made of metal. Why does he have a hat? No photo in the same apartment dated year 01. By Quarterly Business Magazine. Empty ashtray. Dishes soaked up in a pot. Flyers for underground parties. Party Dragon Silk Robe.
Was there anything else? Of course.
Oh, that was not what I was expecting. You need to find a way into the secret passage. Lost Buru. I think I need to level up my drama. Oh, it's 10 o'clock. This is the latest we've been out. Bye, Cam. Oh,
a mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. It's barely covered in steam anymore. It's your face in the mirror, adorned with the expression.
Kim lives right next door to me. That's cool.
The lieutenant's door is closed. The door is closed.
So if we go to here. There should be a trap somewhere we can place the locust. So we're on the boardwalk now. Moonshine probably smells like tasty fermentation.
The smell. It's awful and familiar.
What is it?
Don't you recognize it? That hideous pungency, that faintly cloying sweetness. Only death smells like that. Something cold wakes in the pit of your stomach. Fear.
It's a dead corpse,
Yes,
isn't it?
a sense of dread washes over you as you look ahead.
Oh. Nope. I don't know what's happening. I can't tell what's happening. Okay, why is the camera like this? Oh, if we talk to Suna, does that fix the camera?
Yes, what is it?
It did not. Okay, something's broken.
Was there anything else? Of course.
Alright. Let's take all that. Take that. Take that. Get all these guys. That was like a bug. Oh. Let's see. This way. This is gonna be locked, isn't it? Yep. We're just gonna go to bed.
The bed is still cold from the broken window, and not too inviting. But it's yours.
It's
You've
yours.
earned it.
You've earned it. Go to sleep.
It's not easy, but your bones are so tired from what feel like weeks of work on the case. You have to try. After what feels like hours, you feel you might be sleeping.
Thoughts, baby. A million little lights in the dark.
Oh no,
You're
the brain's
one
back.
Fine instrument, brother. All those faces and all those names. All that laughter and screaming and scheming around. Every corner and every street.
Recorded in you forever on Faraday.
So, am I dreaming?
No, you're spinning tapes at the discotheque. The great unceasing disco of the mind. The flash. The bang. The endless learning experience.
Spinning on empty.
On and on it goes. For untold hours. At the disco where you first asked her to dance. Rising. Rising. Above the dark curvature. The great wingspan of sleep. Studded with stars.
Behold, there are millions of them down there. The first time. The last time. The smoke in her mouth. The plotted flowers. The faces turning, changing.
What is it?
It's the world, Harry boy. And you're made of it. Every day you're out there, you make more of yourself from it. I'm afraid you can't be unmade now. You can never forget this shit.
Erase them.
It's not possible anymore. It's stuck on loop. Whirling, spitting out words and images.
You're the son of the world again. Harrister, a ceaseless agent. Picking up litter and old newspapers. Collecting your little bubblegum wrappers and idiotic picture postcards. Meaningless keepsakes.
Reading your awful letters and recalling things, aren't you? The endless names of the world. An address book you are. The map of a city.
I'm an agent of the world.
You'll go insane if you keep going like this. One more day, and you'll be in the loony bin. I just know you will. And for what, brother man?
For the working class.
For the working class.
For the money, baby.
For the money.
For the greater good.
For the greater good.
For Revacon. Always and only Revacon.
For Revachol.
Solving your little crossword puzzles. Doing your tasks. Crossing names off lists. Trying to become some sort of world detector. It won't make it okay. It won't put smoke back in her mouth.
I'm building communism for all. This time we won't fail. Looking for my economic self-interest. Making progress. Measured, steady progress. I can't give up. I have to keep going. Forever sure. Forget politics. I'll never sleep if I keep on like this.
Are you sure? You could be closing the door on a brilliant and special future for yourself.
You're right. It's time to get political.
I knew you couldn't resist. So now you're gonna change the world.
What do I believe in?
But how?
I think I'm a communist. I internalized communism at some point.
Did you?
Yeah. But I'm not sure. What do I think I'm gonna be communist.
There he goes again. He's a real political animal, our Harry. He still doesn't see that it's the world changing around him.
That's not how that works.
He's got no idea what he's in for.
Feel the pillow under your cheek.
Beep, beep, beep. The alarm is ringing, Harry. The disco circus goes on and on. You barely slept 3 hours last night.
You can do it. It's nothing. Do it for the city. Go.
Go.
Do it for the wind.
Do it for the wind. Alright,
Rise and shine, comrade.
Yep,
it's
I'm a
time
communist.
To get to work.
What's going
Despite
on?
all the thinking you've been doing, only 0.0001% of communism has been built. It's too great a task to undertake alone. You're going to have to get organized.
And then did you clean up my hotel room?
Your level of personal upkeep is irrelevant. All that matters is your commitment to building the World Republic. You must seek out your revolutionary brothers and sisters. Find out how much communism they've built. Then, together, maybe you'll be able to build as much as 0.0002% of communism. But it won't be easy. Decades of persecution by coalition authorities have driven the remaining communists of Martinaise underground.
But I'm part of the coalition authorities. Have I been persecuted communist this whole time?
Possibly. If you have been, it's only because you're a double agent acting in furtherance
I'm
of
a
your
double agent.
long-term objectives. Regardless, what's past is past. You need to look forward to the work of building communism for all.
Well, they helped me fire a Manzon socialist grinder.
Just between us, you may want to lay off this grind up the bourgeoisie stuff. It's a bit off-putting, even to fellow communists.
How am I supposed to find out if they're hiding?
Let your nose guide you, detective.
You must mean my nose, as in my huge and highly functioning brain.
We meant your nose, as in that swollen muck detector in the center of your face. It just happens to be perfectly calibrated for sensing communists. We really have no idea what they're talking about. There's no linkage between ideology and olfaction.
What does communism smell like? What does communism smell like? Failure. Okay, but what does failure smell like?
It's a smell you know all too well. Simultaneously repulsive and yet darkly appealing. Musty with a sharp tang, but also a remnant of lost sweetness. Like a rotting mango that's been swaddled in a coat from your grandfather's attic. What you're smelling is your own body odor, of course. Nothing a shower and change of clothes couldn't fix. People sometimes complain there are no real communists left in Martinaise, but you can smell their presence.
People complain there's no real communists left in the world.
Waiting for you to join them.
Okay, alright, let's get organized.
First, you'll have to locate the remaining communists in Martinaise. When you get near to someone with revolutionary potential, your nose will give you the signal to establish contact. Again, no, it won't. Any olfactory response you perceive will be strictly psychosomatic.
Hang on, what will I do once I establish contact with my fellow communists?
You'll discuss the monumental world historical task that lies before you. You'll engage in rigorous and spirited debates about Mazovian theory and practice. But mostly, you'll probably complain about other communists.
Isn't the last part kind of counterproductive?
Not at all. Complaining about other communists is one of the most important parts of being a communist.
Alright, let's find some communists.
Wake, brave worker. 'Tis no time for bed. Fight till there's no slaves below, and no masters o'erhead. A mirror hangs on the box. The bed is still cold.
I need to find some communists. You can't build communism. It's time to join your revolution, burn and develop your political conscience and put my Soviet theory into practice. But where have all the communists? Rome treats us about some comrades.
Again? I can't believe this shit.
Wait. No. Something about this bunch doesn't smell right.
Wait. Aren't they Everett's guys?
They are, but they don't seem too keen to talk with you, do they? No, they don't. Glenn seems to be contemplating grievous bodily harm while he massages his raw knuckles. In the far back, Eugene is doing his best to ignore you.
Meanwhile, Fat Angus keeps shooting you further glances uneasily to himself.
From his perch at the end of the table, Titus Hardy himself stares at you with a cold contempt that makes you want to leave the cafeteria straight away. Besides, you're pretty sure they consider themselves social democrats.
Alright, I guess I'll loot somewhere else. Hey!
Hi, gendarme. Another rendezvous.
Hello.
Hello, hello. So what brings you here?
What are you doing here?
Admiring the atmosphere. What about you, officer?
This is where I'm going to go down in history. I'm going to sing karaoke.
Really? Well, I look forward to that.
How about that muscular type who came to investigate the crime?
Oh yes, let's see. He knocked on my door a few days after the lynching. I think he was going through the entire building, asking questions.
What did you tell
Nothing.
him?
That I didn't see anything.
And he believed
Why
you?
shouldn't he?
Did you tell him about your friend?
What friend?
Your Sunday friend.
No, I don't think it came up.
What did he look like?
Muscular, handsome, strong, like one of those military types.
Was he alone?
He was speaking to someone on his earpiece.
His earpiece?
Yes, you know those tiny speaker microphones that fancy security guards sometimes wear.
What was he
Just
saying?
reporting back whatever I was telling him.
Did he have any identifying
Let me
traits?
think. He had an accent. He sounded like one of those mercenaries. He sounded vaguely Oranese. No, not vaguely, scratch that. He sounded definitely Oranese.
Thanks for the info.
Sure. Anything else on your mind?
I met your friend.
You did. And how did you like him?
He was magically
I
bureaucratic.
told you, he can be very useful. I guess that's the charm of powerful people.
Who is
A
he?
visitor from the first world. He's not like you and me, gendarme. He can always return.
Return
To his
where?
opportunities in Occident, sur la clé. Still, his coming and going brings some life to the village. Or is it just money? I don't know.
What are you two?
Friends, I told you. Sunday friends. Friends who like to get together from time to time.
What does it mean, a Sunday friend?
That he won't be there when times get tough, I guess.
Is that even a
It is.
friend?
On Sundays.
Why are you staying at your place in the middle of the state?
He has keys. And he likes the view. To the sea, I mean.
I don't want to talk about other people. I want to talk about you.
What about me, gendarme?
Alright.
Bye-bye, gendarme.
Oh, I got a breakthrough.
Fairweather T500. Remember that weakness you were looking for in the ceramic armor? Like, maybe it can only stop small, fast projectiles, but a large, slow-moving pry bar would shatter it? Or, if I run an electrical current through it, maybe it will melt. Or, personal favorite, frequency something something radio weapon? None of that would work. You need to shoot the part of the enemy that doesn't have Fairweather T500 on it, because the armor itself is invulnerable. Good news is, so are the armor pieces on you.
Against enemies, +2 hand-eye coordinate. Oh, we're gonna be fighting these guys soon. Oh, I want to internalize more thoughts. What was the check that I needed? Suggestion?
Hi again, gendarme.
Composure.
Bye-bye, gendarme.
I need composure. Concept, physical. Concept. Where's all my composure stuff? Do I not have? Oh, I have plus shoes composure. Pants.
Hi again, gendarme.
Could he be a member of the homosexual underground? Yes, this man is definitely one of the homos. I've seen them homos with my own eyes.
Good for me.
This sexual thing seems interesting. Ask around. Become involved.
Are you part of the homosexual underground?
The homosexual underground?
The smoker sits up immediately, his eyes sideways, with amused surprise. A hiding smile lingers on his lips.
Why, yes, I am, officer. Why? Do you want to investigate?
Yes, I want to know more about this homosexual underground you're part of.
Oh, it's a pleasure group. A Sub Rosa pleasure group congregating in cellars under the cover of night. Saturday night. Sometimes even Friday night.
How about Thursday night?
Or Thursday night. Sometimes the congregating doesn't even end. It carries on into our daily life.
He lowers his voice conspiratorially, looks around. Why did you convene? What do you do?
Oh, we're ambitious. We want to destroy the last vestiges of meaning, the last things people in Rebishol have to hold on to, the true symbols of security. The meaning of man and woman, mother and father, their marriage. Everything will be constantly shifting and moving under our rule. The future will belong to a circus of identities just spinning around, surreal and unreal. You won't even know who you are anymore.
Does it have anything to do with disco?
Yes, we listen to a lot of disco. Some say we engineered disco to spread our vision of a vertiginous, ever-changing society, where all there is a razzle-dazzle of gold. We are going to change the family unit with all this razzmatazz and finger dancing. And with mysteries. Of course, the mysteries are also of sexual nature, very esoteric.
Do you like disco? Maybe I should get into
You
it.
can't just get into it. You have to be born into it. One is either already in the homosexual movement or forever excluded from it.
Well, if I can't remember whether I'm in it or not. Well, if I can't remember anything about my life aside from the fact that I like disco.
Beautiful. Beautiful. That's exactly what we're looking for. Who knows? Maybe you were homosexual in the past. Maybe all of that has been repressed.
He circles his hands around you.
I have to say that you do look like someone who might be part of the underground. You have that very distinctive, I can't understand what's going on here look.
Okay. This is going to be like a 20-hour mind project for me. 20 hours at least.
Absolutely wonderful.
Alright.
A man like you can figure out his sexuality in a working day. It won't be 20 hours unless you want to enter the heightened realms of the phantasme erotique afterwards. It may be 20 hours or more, but that would be on your own time.
Bye-bye, gendarme.
I think it's time to figure out about the homosexual underground and if I'm a part of it or not.
And if I'm a part of it or not.
Let's forget this. And then let's internalize homosexuality. Alright. 8 hours. What was I doing? I need to find communist. Is this guy communist?
Still here. Stuck in this damn jam, my man.
Oh yeah, we need to talk to the lady. Oh wait, what are these two doing?
That's one brutal motor carriage.
If I were a real skull now, I'd jack it, paint it in palm tree livery, then bottom light it, neon style.
This man wears a simple yet elegant slogan.
A snazzy shit-ripped skullmobile like this would make a fine trophy. We could, like, hang fucking shrunken heads from the side mirrors. Cops' heads. Scary tribal shit.
Yeah, tribal shit.
Oh
A cop
no.
carriage like this would have proper skulls.
I don't
out
think
here.
they're communist slogan.
While I appreciate the
No.
interest you take in my brutal motor carriage, I have to stop you right there. The RCM takes threats directed at its property seriously.
It's just theoretical work, Copper. No basis in reality. Man, if we were certified skulls right now...
Who are
I
you?
can tell you who we're not. Cop. We're not snitches. Or skulls.
Which is not to say that the skulls are bitches and... On the contrary.
The part of this presentation you want to take home with you, Cop Man, is we're not part of the skulls. Yet.
Do you guys know Cindy the Skull?
Oh yeah, Cindy's a right proper skull.
Young man's eyes glaze over, his voice filled with longing.
Yeah. A true artist of the future. Just like Arno van Eyck.
By the way, if you see Cindy, give her our regards.
He had to turn from whatever void he was just
The
visiting.
lieutenant on your left is unusually lenient toward them.
I see kids are into anodic dance music.
Oh man, yeah. We're not fucking kids, man.
Be wary of the abyss.
His blonde friend adds ominously and points to his temple.
It's a threat. An impotent threat of violence.
A threat. Good, I like
But
those.
I don't. In fact, I dislike them so much I'm willing to drag you boys back to the station just to calm myself down.
Oh no.
Hey, there's no need for that.
Gibbs getting
We're
mad.
just talking here. Joking too. Stay light, man.
Yeah. Didn't you cops, like, have some questions about skulls or some shit?
Your rhetoric is confusing. Are you part of the skulls
We're
or
not
not?
franchise skulls. Well, not yet. Once we get our name out there, we'll have a chance to join them.
And what makes you think that the organization would accept
Because
you?
we can be just as psycho and vicious. You'll see.
But in a non-threatening and definitely legal way.
The other one quickly adds and whispers into Joe's friends.
Right on, fuck. So what's happening now?
Why aren't there more skulls in
The Union
Martinique?
does their share of policing in Martinez, at least where gangs are concerned. That's why there isn't much organized crime around here.
Apart from the unions themselves, of course.
Yeah.
Don't you worry about that. We're gonna make up for the deficit.
Yeah, we are.
They're telling the cops that they're gonna become organized crime.
Mm-hmm.
Who are the
You
skulls?
don't know? What kind of cop are you?
I really don't.
The Skulls are the most vicious gang of the Besmertne.
His voice rings with
The
excitement.
nastiest bunch of psychos ever. Jacking carriages and getting into high-speed chases.
Possessing an infinite amount of fuck-all swagger, infamous for their non-verbal modus operandi.
Non-verbal?
If a skull spots you, he will pull out his dagger and stab you without saying a word.
Oh
The
no.
lieutenant's voice is as calm as usual, a testament to the violence and death he's witnessed through the sight of his firearm.
They usually occupy the burnt-out quarter in Jamrock, or you can find them loitering around the brightly painted bottom-lighted vehicles.
I can't wait to become a skull. Bottom lights are wretched aggressive.
No, they really, really aren't. It's porno tuning. Say no to the porno.
Kim's got it made. Say no to the porno. You know anything about the murder that took place here?
Murder?
Yeah, I was saying at the back of Maryland.
Yeah,
Rex.
sure. We'll gladly tell you everything we know about it. It was a man.
Also, he was hanged.
Anything else?
He was hanged from a tree.
Yeah, I mean, duh.
These punks don't know anything. Let's just move along.
Hey, stop right there. How does one know anything?
What does that mean?
Fucking philosophy, man. You can do aggressive shit with philosophy. Justify shit.
Is that true? Can't tell. What's with the jackets?
What about them?
Turn to the wall. Why does... Yeah.
Well, first off, it's a statement and not necessarily something that characterizes me as a person. even though the statement has character. And I do like piss. The word piss epitomizes the struggle taking place in the world. Things being defined as they seem, not as they are. And, I guess, it's also about communal spirit, the future, and truly appreciating our differences. Also, you've got to admit, it catches the eye. And since the Grand Piper is slowly but steadily moving towards basing the economy on it, attention, it is imperative that the medium itself convey the message.
What?
What I mean by this is, we are all piss and that the world is inherently meaningless.
Alright.
Like I said before, many men keep searching for the one, for so-called true love, which is actually just obsession masquerading as kinship. The thrill of the chase, the hollowness that fills your chest cavity after catching it. To catch a fish, you'll need to hurl the lure many times, and even then it isn't certain that you'll get anything. If you blow up the lake, though,
Blow it up?
you get more fish in a shorter time. And, for time is of the essence and fleeting ever so quickly, one must think of a way to fuck the whole world and not get caught up in fucking someone. Because
I don't know what
when
they're
one
saying.
fucks everything, he fucks nothing. And that, to me, feels glorious. Sticking your dick into the void.
Is it a coincidence that here we have 2 badass jackets and 2 badass cops?
Hey Kim,
Yes?
do you think it's a coincidence?
What is?
There are 2 of us and 2 of those
What are
jackets.
you implying?
Which one would you wear?
I'm not sure I understand you, detective. Neither.
Aw, come on, Kim.
Fine, if only to end this discussion. Theoretically, if I were a juvenile delinquent, if I were to already be down that path, I think peace is the stronger of the 2 statements.
That works. I feel like that.
Seems about right, especially considering your heroic exit attempts.
That's an origin story for a dynamic duo right there.
So are we done here? Or you don't need us around for your
Alright,
whisper party, do you?
Let's give us the jackets.
No. Don't ask anything. Be subtle and scary. The boys dream about being skulls. Use that.
Wait, how?
Suggest they're massive skulls. Come on.
Boys, with those jackets, you're gonna be the Skull Kings in no time.
No! Skulls don't have kings. I think. And we're not even in yet.
Yeah, man, keep your voice down. Skulls don't take it lightly when folks pretend to be them. We're not even prospects yet.
I mean, prospects and already aspiring to be kings.
Wow, you boys are ambitious.
Kim's coming
Only
along.
prospects and already planning a coup in the skulls. You're destined to go far.
He gets it. Passive-aggressive flattery.
And I really like Kim.
Trying to get us killed?
I know, he's such a good character.
Now bring it to the jackets and, yes, start shouting.
Yes, we want to be cool killer skulls too. Like you guys, though. We don't have skull jackets.
Please be quiet. What? What do you want? The jackets?
Yes, the jackets.
Oh, man. Okay. I get it. Skulls don't really wear slogans anyway. This was stupid.
Fuck.
They just took their jackets.
The lieutenant watches the boys take their jackets off with mild amusement.
You said I'll take
I'm
the
absolutely okay with not having either one, thank you.
Why not? They're a pair. We could really haze hell. Go undercover
This
hard.
case doesn't require us to go undercover or raise hell. In fact, I don't think the jackets will be useful at all. I just wanted them to not have them anymore.
Aw.
Cold-hearted cop.
It's good to know we have a pair in case the need
The
arises.
need will not arise.
The jackets are meant to complete each other. If a man was standing alone on a street corner with his written on his back, it'd just be an individual that has taken a liking to urine. And fuck the world all on its own is, frankly, generic.
I don't know, Eric. It's cold out.
It's cold out. Let's go home.
Yeah, let's get out of here. The cops fucked us.
That's funny. Oh, that was an amusing little side thing.
That was good.
Oh no, I'm this one. There we go. New goal is to get Kim to wear the other one.
Yes?
Hold still a second. Trying to smell Kim.
The lieutenant's posture becomes rigid and uncomfortable as you lean forward and sniff the area just above his shoulder blade. He smells like a man.
Aww.
A perfectly normal man. Wait. There's something there. Something that sets your GABA receptors aflutter.
What?
The lieutenant's aftershave, a common drugstore brand. Strong hints of pine needle. Strange, you're not getting any strong ideological whiffs from the lieutenant.
Do you need something, detective?
I was wondering, brand of aftershave.
It's nothing fancy, just plain old Tiger Super Special. Are you thinking of, you know?
Lose these bad boys, no what? Do you think I should?
The lieutenant considers your mutton chops for a long moment. A slight grimace crosses his face.
Sorry, I'm really no expert on this sort of thing. Was there something else you wish to discuss?
Alright. Lady, let me into your back room.
Hello again, esteemed officer.
Need drama. Alright, what clothes do I have for drama? Get rid of that. I feel like I had clothes for drama. Where? Might as well into drama. Okay. Aww. I think I want more authority. Do I have, like, items that give me drama? Now we want to increase this. Alright.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome.
Convince her to let you investigate the
romance
Dune commercial.
and biographies of famous people.
Slither up to her, you silver-tongued fiend. Show her what world-class perfidy looks like.
Wait, what if I don't want to lie? I've handled paranatural situations before.
Don't think I haven't seen charlatans before.
I have returned from the void, a para-detective from a long line of para-detectives.
You're no para-detective. You look nothing like one. And you're clearly a drinker. Pardon me for being so blunt, but...
Hey now, hey. You need the booze to focus, alright? The lieutenant keeps his usual stony calm. He silently picks out his notebook.
You see, it's necessary to drink the spirits in order to contact the void.
know all this?
Here we go.
I'm the void revenant. I have the power to debat all the bad energies.
I should realize a pattern lies within the fabric. The hand of fate guides us. Our meeting couldn't have been mere chance.
Oh, she's
But
buying into it.
I am not the only one at risk. I have to think of my daughter. You are certain you can help us? Keep us safe? I can't allow any collateral damage to hit us.
Alright, Kev, back me up. He has not been listening closely enough. You put him on the spot.
Certainly so, ma'am. I can assure you my partner is eminent in this particular field.
Oh, he's good.
Promise, good officer, then you might be our last hope. Do you swear it?
On my honor.
Sir, there's one more thing I haven't told you about yet. The entity.
The
Do
entity.
not act surprised. You know of these things, sire.
Of course, the entity. Or I have sense
You
of
have?
presence.
The entity takes the form of a woman, a witch probably. I've suspected that she must be connected to the curse ever since I first saw her. Did you know that she lives inside the chimney?
The chimney that passes between the heaven and hell, of
Yes,
course.
that chimney is part of the building's central furnace, and it's enormous. She has barricaded herself behind some metal security curtains. God knows what she's doing there. Some unnatural magic, I assume. You should go find the entity and ask what happened to all the companies in the building. What is the source of this curse? Here's the key to the warded door behind the curtains. Take it. Oh, and please do return to me after you've looked round. I'm quite anxious to know what she has to say about the curse. What you discover in there.
Unbelievable darkness and ruin.
Farewell, book peddler.
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room. A strange cage-like trinket dangles from the curtains.
Pull the curtains open. Yeah.
You see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash. A doorway stands in the back, covered in dozens of scary little cage-like trinkets, your shadow looming over it like an omen.
Oh!
As she tries her best to look for her front face buried in her hands. Ooh. Ghostly silhouettes of hair dryers. No sane person would ever put their head into such a machine. A vaguely androgynous portrait of a man. Merely looking at a manly haircut threatens your masculinity.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of little oddly shaped trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked.
Knock on the door first.
Only an echo. No one is there.
Unlock the door.
After exerting some force, you manage to turn the key. It's eerily silent. The door slides slightly open, letting a draft of cold air into the room. You feel the tiny hairs on the back of your neck rise up, as if someone is standing right behind you. An uneasy knot forms in the pit of your stomach.
What is this shit?
Outside, the wind howls in from across the bay. The building at Rue de Saint-Ghislain stands like a matchbox on its side, with men inside like little wooden sticks ready to catch fire. A panicking woman squeezes the pendant around her neck until it leaves a mark inside her palm. A man, a few meters away, stands frozen with a key in his hand. Somewhere inside, a spider is spinning its web.
I'm not gonna let Kim go first. Kim has something to say.
What is this place?
It's beyond the veil.
Oh, it's a gym, though it looks like no one's been here in ages. I doubt the electricity still works. We should find a flashlight if we want to go on. There should be one in my kinema.
An eerie feeling rises in your chest.
Let's go get the flashlight then.
The lieutenant nods.
I've yet to find her husband, too. Ooh.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge. A metallic drawer slides out from under the seat and clicks into place. The tools inside are neatly organized.
Take the flashlights.
It's robust, weatherproof, and well-made. Police issue, blue, lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss.
Push in.
Pull out toolbox, slides.
Close. Alright, what clothes should I wear? Kim really seems to like it when I wear the uniform.
He does, yeah. Makes him feel like you take it seriously.
Sanders. Oh, wait, is this the ball? Yeah. Poster says Sidious Fortis nurses worn off. Worn out wall bars. They look unsafe. I feel like I'm gonna need some clothes for this. Interfacing electrochemistry would probably be good. Physical instrument would probably be better.
A barbell lies on the floor. The color has worn off its weight plates. It's 60 kilograms.
Alright, we could do this.
At the sight of these weights, show the world what kind of beast it's dealing with.
Lift the barbell. Alright, we got this. Look at that.
Conjuring up an inhuman amount of strength, you raise the barbell up in the air. Your biceps tremble, but you're a savage. This is a children's game.
Revel in the feeling. Oh gosh.
A warm wave of accomplishment
Nice.
washes over your head as you drop the barbell to the floor. For a moment, it feels like you're strong enough to succeed at anything you ever set your mind to.
Good technique.
And Lieutenant nods with approval. I need water. Alright, flashlight. The hallway is blocked by old windows, panes, and debris. A large dimension full of strange liquids. Wild animals stare at you in the dark, stuffed and mounted. Airship rotors covered in spider webs, they remind you of blades. Ooh! There's some creepy mannequins. Naked mannequin torso, strange yellow color. Some dollars. Blue velvet, softer touch, moth bitten. More money. Steel roller blades bearing submarine logo. Production schedule film. Oh, there it is. Skis with submarine printed on the laminated top. Can we get? But where are the clothes in? So. Oh.
A dusty radio computer sleeps on its wired frame, forgotten and unused. Its keyboard has a rectangular on-off button. A piece of paper still hangs from the printer.
Another radio computer.
Watching
Just sitting here without anyone inside.
What he means is that these things cost money. Why would anyone just leave it behind? This is the Ream Civic radio computer, model RC5120, equipped with a Feld mainframe and a Ream-compatible printer.
Do you think I should turn it on?
It's your call. You're in charge of this expedition, officer.
Of course you should turn it on. Don't you want to know what's on the filament?
Yeah, turn on the machine.
The machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from its slumber, revealing fluorescent play and print keys on the keyboard. The hatch on the machine's central compartment is wide open.
Ooh, weird sounds.
It's empty, like a beehive without its brood. Some cables have been left dangling, disconnected. The filament you have would fit perfectly inside the compartment.
Let's save first before I do that.
Tiles on the cube are like a smooth draw. The filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts blinking.
Play.
The speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. An old lady greets you. Her voice sounds 100 years old.
It's the same lady.
Good morning. Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule?
Yvonne, it's me again. How are you?
Good, thank you. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule?
Let's try the password for the production schedule.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Say afterlife death.
Good. I've unlocked the production schedule. After ending the call, please press print to access the filament.
Really? She just used the same password? Maybe those radio computer guys aren't that paranoid after all.
Aww.
Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
That's all for now.
Thank you, and goodbye.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Fluorescent play and print keys shine on the keyboard.
Press
With
print.
a quiet determination, the printer starts printing, a piece of paper unfolding like a handheld fan. A black crisscross of letters covers its surface.
Read the printout.
It's a project report written by the lead producer, Andrew Andy Schott, about Whirl Untethered, a radio game developed by Studio Fortress Accident. The first few pages give an overview of the capital and workforce, while the rest of it seems to be a production schedule.
I want to know about the money.
In its short time of existence, Fortress Accident SCA managed to burn through truly insane amounts of money. The first tranche of seed financing brought in 150,000 Riyal, but then came the delays. Eventually, the damage reached 400,000 Riyal, with only half of the game finished. 400,000 Riyal? Yo. These guys knew how to party.
Where did they get all this money?
Let's just say it was a real adventure for their Igaunian investor.
Reading about the workforce.
Fortress Accident employed 18 people, the bulk of the team composed of writers and concept artists. There were also radio programmers, sound engineers, a CEO, 2 marketing experts, and a single overburdened producer who developed a habit of popping Porolidon in the basement to escape his obligations. But on the other hand, their obligations were piling up at an inhumane rate, a rate that could only be amended by
Skim through the production schedule.
The production schedule depicts their glorious descent into bankruptcy.
Yeah, what happened?
It was impossible not to fail. The project was too large, and no amount of money could satiate the ever-expanding ambitions of the development team. They tried to make a 4 million Riyal game with 400,000 in their bank account. They thought they could bridge the gap with pure willpower and imagination. They couldn't.
I could have bridged that gap.
No, you couldn't have.
What do you mean? I totally could have.
Definitely not.
Aww.
Not a chance. Even then, success remained within an ever-narrowing margin of possibility that, despite everything, never entirely disappeared. That is, until they discovered the Valley of the Heads.
The what?
At the 11th hour, the lead designer, Jim Spawn, Suliswav Jalisa, decided that what Wirral Untethered needed was a secret mystical location at the extreme edge of the map. This place was to be the Valley of the Heads, where the heads of all the headless constructs could be found. The player would have been able to choose a head for their headless party member, and each head would have been voiced on air by a professional actor.
This is insane. How many heads are there?
So many. The last count, there were approximately 10,000 heads for 10,000 headless men, all of which could be endlessly recombined.
How many combinations can you make out of that?
Do you really want to know? There seems to be a calculation here, but it may take a while.
Nah, let it go.
But cool. It's more than the number of atoms in the observable
That's pretty bad.
universe.
So what? That's what did them
Well,
in?
yeah, that and the catastrophic data loss.
That's the anomaly Suno was
On the
talking about.
nature of the data loss, there's ominously little information in the production log. It comes at the very end where things get fuzzy and dark, where tables and numbers seem to vanish into an eerie nothingness before the Egonian investors pulled the plug. What is clear is that one day an unidentified numeric anomaly occurred on the East Insulindian Lintel front, just as the Wirral Untethered project was being compiled that day.
And the anomaly caused all the data loss in the air.
When the project was returned, it was completely blank. The team spent weeks on the phone with Lintel, the service provider, but despite their diagnostics, they could never produce a satisfactory
They lost the whole game
or pay for the loss.
and wouldn't even pay for it. Backup?
Mysteriously enough, it seems that the offsite copy happened to be on-site when the catastrophic data loss occurred. It was the lead programmer's responsibility to oversee weekly maintenance of the offsite copy and, well, keep it off-site. An explanatory note from the lead programmer has been attached.
What does it say?
S. Lukanen Kilda, the lead programmer of Fortress Accident. The off-site copy was on-site because there was no off-site anymore. Not for me, not after 8 months of crunch. I didn't have a home anymore, so I started keeping it in the basement in the ice bear refrigerator near where I went to sleep. It was perfectly safe there. The temperature conditions were optimal.
Sir, it seems like a perfectly reasonable
That's not
explanation.
what her colleagues thought. She's right, actually. Nothing wrong with keeping this type of filament memory in a fridge.
Is there anything else from the lead
The
programmer?
production schedule ends with a few random notes that seem to be added sometime later.
Read the notes.
4 months later, by an unknown author. I am the only one left, and it's gotten rather damp here. A few other businesses have gone under, too. Slipstream switched to making skis, and the hairdressers just left, cursing Martinez. They're right, though. Something's seriously wrong with this place. Mark still haven't got an answer from Lintel about what happened. All I could get were the physical coordinates of the error on the East Insulindian front on that day. Since the computation happened on air, I reckoned it had to coincide with an actually existing location. I have compared the coordinates to a map of Revachol West. Turns out it's only 800 meters from here. The address is
so that's Suna.
1147. I am going there to look this thing in the eye. Sandbrun 1147? That's what the street sign next to the church said.
Tear off the printout and throw it
Tiles
away.
on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Fluorescent play and print keys shine on the keyboard.
Production schedule.
The filament slides out of its glowing nest.
Scroll across the notebook to go over the most advanced RPG in the Note universe. That's a bear. Ooh, some magnesium.
You see a terrifying ice bear with a strange compartment in its belly.
What is this
The door is covered in
refrigerator?
frost, and the bear's eyes are glowing red. This ice bear is a hyper carnivore. Be careful.
What? The eyes are actually glowing red.
This must be the giant ice bear fridge that Suna mentioned.
Crack open the
A
door.
gust of freezing cold air rushes to greet you. You hear a low grumble as the bear regulates itself. This is the inside of a refrigerator.
This is the inside of a refrigerator.
The lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hand has found the holster of his gun.
Relax, Kim. It's just the fridge.
Of course, just a giant ice bear-shaped fridge.
He relaxes his hand, his face bathed in the harsh light of the open fridge
Let's
door.
take a look inside.
The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name, Revachol Ice City. A handwritten note has been attached to the door. The fridge is huge. But where's the filament memory? It's not here.
Hey, I can't see the on-site copy anywhere. Check the shelf.
Someone must have taken it.
Take
What
note
did
from
the
the door.
You pocket the note and the little fridge magnets keeping it on the door.
Examine one of the ice cream wrappers in
A
there.
friendly cartoon bear smiles back at you from a glossy cellophane wrapper. It looks nothing like the fridge.
What is the giant bear-shaped fridge doing in Ben's cellar in the first place?
Good question. It looks like an ice cream fridge.
So they tried to sell ice cream from this hyper
I
carnivore.
know. What an unfortunate marketing choice. What is even worse, the bear is still costing them money to this day.
The red sneaky cable run.
The fridge buzzes with energy. The electricity bill on this thing must be catastrophic.
Close the door. Yeah, let's read the notes. Handwritten note from the
The
fridge.
note is written with a blue pencil on a piece of lined office paper. The kitchen magnets have left spots on its surface.
Does it say anything interesting?
The lieutenant leans closer to read the crumpled note over your shoulder.
This is tangential at best, but the lieutenant's detective instinct is still active.
Read the
Someone
note.
has scribbled, S. I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. The illiterate ginger kid keeps stealing stuff from the studio, so I had to hide it.
The
somewhere
illiterate
safe.
ginger kid. That's Kudo, alright. Hide it somewhere
You
safe.
find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home, ASAP. It's important. I'd do it myself if I lived in a civilized place with a freezer. Take care. Suliswaf.
Someone has moved the filament, but who?
Sulislav. Wasn't he one of Miss Lucan and Kilda's co-workers? I remember coming across this name when we were reading her personal log.
Remember again, who? What's a filament memory?
It belongs inside a radio computer, storing its memory. It's like a tape. You listen to disco tapes, right? It's like one of your disco tapes, only for a computer.
Oh, thank you. That's like the production
It's
schedule.
like the production schedule you found. Only this one's an off-site copy.
Who's the illiterate ginger kid?
Really? You don't have a single guess?
The lieutenant looks at you, the corner of his mouth curved into a smug grin. You mean Kuno?
Oh, I'm sure that child would love to get his hands on a filament memory. Even if he doesn't know what to do with it, he'd probably try to pawn it for speed, based on our encounter.
You have any idea where the frozen ice cream maker would
I don't know. I assume it's somewhere close to the ice bear fridge.
Somewhere close to the ice bear fridge. Put the note away. That looks like it. The ice cream meter frosted and plugged. Flashlight casts a shadow. There is a hidden doorway here. Two rusty rifles are hidden above their bed. They look up. Rifles?
A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall. It's too dark to see in.
Where are we? Look around the secret
Seems like an old bunker from the revolutionary period. Look at all those rifles.
He points up
Must
at
be
the
an old weapons cache.
Cache. Look, there's a hole in the wall.
There is, yes. And there also appears to be something inside the hole. Interesting. Do you want to take a look?
Okay.
Your hand reaches deep into darkness and spiderwebs. Rummaging around, you find rusty rifles hidden away.
Rifles,
Are these
Kim.
any good?
Respect
Most
rifle.
of them are rusty and inoperable, like the rest.
We're gonna have a
but
gun.
one catches your eye. A bolt-action model with a fine wood stock in better cosmetic order than the others.
This one looks nice.
That's a rare sight. Seems to no longer be functional, but still a beautiful thing in its own way.
But the murder weapon we're looking for.
It's the same type of weapon, yes, a breech loader. An interesting coincidence that we should find something so similar. But I'm afraid our search for the real murder weapon must continue.
What does this mean, a
It
rifle
means
here?
there are firearms, albeit inoperable, still lying around in Martinez. It's an interesting coincidence, I would say. Might come in useful in the future.
He likes this find.
Someone has struck some busted guns beneath the ceiling. Frozen ice cream maker that's still running.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top and an electric freezer that appears to be frozen shut.
Try to crack open the lid.
You slip your fingers under the frozen lid, but the ice is too cold for you to get a good grip. A pry bar would come in handy here, or something stronger, like the Kvalsund KR2 multi-tool.
Didn't Sona give you a perfect tool for this kind of job? The Kvalsund. You should take it out.
Alright. Oh, that is a big tool.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top and an electric freezer that appears to be frozen shut.
Crack open the lid.
Ice groans and howls under the strain of your giant Kvalsund multi-tool until the lid cracks open. Blue electric lights come to life. Inside, on a frosty platform, lies an object, intricate and foreign, left there for a sub-zero beauty sleep. A filament memory with the words "off-site copy" written on its side. Disappointment washes over you as you stare into the almost empty ice cream maker.
What? No ice cream?
A scoop of ice cream would have been nice, yes.
Someone's stomach grumbles as the room feels very cold. Take the
You
film.
gently lift the cube from its frosty bedding, careful not to damage it.
We should take it back to Miss Lukanen Kilde as soon as possible. I'm not sure how well unused filaments tolerate room temperatures.
Yes, but aren't you curious to know what's on the precious filament? There's a radio computer upstairs.
Okay.
Two cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the ice bear fridge, and the black one to the ice cream maker nearby. An electric sizzle. The room is slightly quieter now. Something close to you dies with a soft electric purr.
Insane mesh tank top. Intercom wires running into the breaker box. Hey! Ooh. And wall clouds, it's like inaccessible now.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black.
Is that a furnace? Look inside the furnace.
It's dark and grimy here. In the darkness you can hear chatter. It's coming from above. A voice or several voices talking to each other. Near the smoke chamber, upstairs.
What are you doing?
I hear the murder. I'm not sure I can, but I think I can hear someone talking upstairs.
Really? We should investigate, see if someone's upstairs.
Oh, there's there. Maybe it's a malignant entity. Maybe Lance was talking about.
You're right. The rooms do look like they're connected. But malignant entities don't exist. At least not the supernatural kind.
Then what was the chatter you heard?
Hello?
Something breaks loose in you, A mighty bellow echoes throughout the chimney's depths. The chatter of tiny voices above suddenly cease. Then,
You hear a woman's voice answer.
And it's a woman. Of course. The malicious entities are always women.
I summon the ghost of this dude in commercial. Now be gone, vile succubus.
You hear a low rumble upstairs. The sound of a curtain being pulled aside.
What?
After you, officer.
Okay. There's still no ice cream in here, right?
The bear's eyes are dead and empty. Ice inside the fridge slowly melting. The power has been cut off.
I think I'm confused as to where you are right now.
So, you remember the bookstore where the lady... We're in... Oh, it's actually really dark.
Is that door that you couldn't open near it?
Yeah.
This old fireplace is covered in lines drawn in blue and red marker. The mesh spreading over the stone like blood vessels.
Am I quiet on the stream, by the way?
It looks ghostly.
I don't know. Well, you're good in here.
Okay. I might be a little quiet on stream, but... Is this any different?
I can't... Let me hear me.
Yeah, maybe my mic was a little pointed away from me. I'm also talking kind of quietly.
You're at 160. I guess we can put you at the 170.
Loud noises.
The whole thing resembles
Yeah, probably
Cajun
fine.
mosaic tiles. Very pedantic.
Hold on, how do I know what Cajun mosaic tiles are supposed to look like?
History classes, students with their textbooks open, studying the roots of our civilization. Those aquarelle blue tiles looked beautiful in the sun.
What am I looking at?
Radio frequencies, it seems. UKV 123.6, UKV 123.7, UKV 123.9. Some written notes, too. Sparse and cryptic.
Radio frequencies for what?
It looks like a cardiovascular system split into veins and capillaries. Very advanced.
The anatomy of the cursed.
Perhaps. The web is comprised of radio stations, all lead back to one red heart, titled the Game Master Frequency. A note says, this one can listen in on any station it wants.
Oh.
Looks like a surveillance program. They must have had massive airwidth. These things don't come cheap.
Who's the game
Someone
master?
very important. The leader of a massive on-air game built by these people. A conductor for the hundreds of story threads that pass through the Game Master's frequency.
If it's a game, then who's playing?
Whoever decides to call in to a call-in station, it looks like.
My God. It's as if the less money they had, the more ambitious their project became.
Cost of airwave alone must have been huge.
Exactly. This schedule, I know doom when I see it. The company was running out of funding.
What else?
Nothing. It's just lines on marble. An echo from times long gone. No one has used the fireplace in ages.
Alright, let's look at this one again.
Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered in scribbles, sketches, and schemes like some ancient cave mural. Some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still make out sections here and there. Photos and drawings have been pinned to the board.
Inspect the drawings.
These lithe, pointy-eared creatures appear to be different types of welkins. You make out autumnal candle welkins, casting wax-based magic. Translucent welkins, with organs shining under their skin. And even ether welkins, hailing from the vast emptiness of sidereal space. One of the welkins, towering among the rest, appears to be different, however.
This is important.
It's Vara Hamira, a high welkin, his face white and scarred like cracked marble. This is clearly a Welkin supremacist. The note says, all non-Welkin races will be purged.
Purge the non-Welkin.
The Haldor, the Tuorg, The humans and even headless men, all of them, purged. Imagine a world filled only with Welkin, Green Welkin, Dread Welkin, and the High Welkin to rule them all.
An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little Welkin creatures.
Why haven't I spent so much time on this?
Some people really like building a world, I think, even if it's just for a game.
Where are these creatures you driven? Are they real? I have so many
This
questions.
looks like concept art for a project. It's not really real.
One of them is a Welkin supremacist.
Political commentary. That one has a great beard, too.
The Tim nods at the Welkin's facial. Well, this has been educational. Let's move on to the Welkin.
Just look at those details. So much effort.
Expect
The
photos.
photo collage depicts barren, icy landscapes wrapped in perpetual night. You see permafrost and glacial landforms, dead trees grown in under the snow. Entire oceans have been frozen from shore to shore. There are pictures of settlements on dried up riverbeds, abandoned in a storm. Animal corpses in the dark, carcasses and bones. Albeit dark and cold, this vision also feels cozy in its own way, like eggnog or morphine, a much-needed respite from our own world. A pinned postcard reads, "The heat death scenario, a desperate fight for geothermal energy engulfs the world as Wirral becomes untethered from its sun, drifting through the universe."
Expect the schedule.
This is a monthly calendar from the year 50. Cryptic words like sprint, daily minimi, and GPI span the marker-drawn grid, the grand scheme of production and money. So much pain. Back pain, neck pain, headaches, carpal tunnel, chest pain. No gym membership can make up for working in this manner.
What happened?
As time goes on, the numbers in the boxes grow rarer and rarer. The board becomes an empty snowfield in the final days. Only failure and regret dwell in this region.
Aww.
Looks like they didn't make it.
Dylan looks at the frigid ice fields and
A
nothing.
note in the bottom left corner of the chalkboard says, "See the prod schedule filament for details."
Inspect their
The
notes.
handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still make out 3 slogans: "Call in, tune out," "Wirral untethered," and "Heat death of the universe." Outside, a cold wind wraps the building in its bosom. Snowflakes in the wind. An old woman passes what the locals call the doomed commercial area. She tries hard not to look at the bookstore windows. It's unwise.
Alright, let's save. Talk to Kim.
Okay, what do you think is going on with that computer, chalkboard, and fireplace?
Someone tried to expose her using a counterintelligence program for the failed business. The only question is, what the hell are they making?
Yes, that is the question.
Like he's ready to lay out a fine theory, crafted together like a puzzle box.
It looks like one of those popular pen and paper role-playing games. Only these people were trying to automate it, make it work on radio computers. And by these people, I mean people in Sona's radio game company, Fortress Accident.
And this is a role play. Has anyone done that
To my
before?
knowledge, they make automated games in Graz, Messina, Königstein. You know, places with industry. But I don't think anyone has attempted to create an interinsulary game before. We just don't have the technology.
I already planned to do
Through
that.
call-in stations. None of the players have to be physically present. Anyone in the world can participate in the game, as long as they have a two-way radio.
They're trying to make online D&D.
Then there's the Game Master frequency that listens in on the smaller call-in
That's
stations.
really funny.
I think that was supposed to coordinate the stories, functioning as a master of ceremonies of sorts.
His fascination has swept aside other concerns for the moment. He's a little...
He's a little into this.
Coordinating so many games would take a whole switchboard of people, possibly divided into sub-frequencies.
And this was a role-playing game?
Indeed, those Welkins are a dead giveaway. Role-playing people love that stuff. The world looks like a modified version of the WeWorld board game, with heat death thrown in.
Super cool. Someone should give them millions of real immediately. This game is too good to be left unfinished.
Wow.
Indeed, it's ambitious and untethered from reality, but
They're insane if they thought they could do this. It was just a play to cheat money out of their investor pocket. I see no explanation. Well, this cold only just keep it fine. Let's finish it. Do we have any money?
It's too late for that, I'm afraid.
Breaks out his face. Looking around the derelict in the plateau and a wreck.
Okay, let's keep moving.
Alright. Now we can end it. That was nice. We learned a lot. Stuff happened. We broke into some place. I guess technically we were given a key. Alright. Main menu. Bus stream. End in stream.